It's Queen Boss Lady, and I am your motivational speaker. And you will be motivated when you hear me through your speakers. Do you hear me? So, real quick message. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. So, real quick message. Everyone is waking up to the fact that, hold on, let me turn this fan. Because that was loud. That was real loud. So, everyone is waking up to the fact that your family members um, do witchcraft. And they sold everyone a dream about you that's never going to come true. Because we all know some dreams come true and some dreams don't. You know, that saying they sold you a dream, that's what these people are realizing. Especially for a lot of you, especially your children, specifically your children and your family members began to target every relationship that you've ever had in your life. And they specifically began to target your children because, see, the last thing that your family wants is for your own kids to be able to vouch for you. The last thing that your family members want is for your own children to be like, no, my mom is a good parent. No, my mom takes care of us. No, my mom supports us. No, my mom is loving. No, my mom is caring. No, my mom not only takes care of us, but she buys us the best. No, my mom is not crazy. No, my mom keeps a job. My mom, you know, that's the last thing that they want to see or hear is your own children being able to stand up for you and stand up in the gap and say, no, that picture that y'all painted of my father, my parent, that's not true. My dad has always been there for me. My dad has always supported me. So they specifically begin to target your children after they've done all the spell work on your coworkers, after they've done all this spell work on your friends, after they've done all this spell work on your lovers. They begin to target your children. Once they get those, I heard lost souls. So some of them are lost souls. Once they get those lost souls on board with their plan and their mission, they begin to target your children. Now, what I saw in the spirit room was one of my old co-workers came to me and she was very distraught. She was very like zombied out, and she asked me, could I help her get a hex off of her? She said, I know for a fact that your mom put a curse on me, put a hex on me. Could you help me get it off? And that's what's going on right now. A lot of these family members, a lot of these co-workers, a lot of these exes, you know, they're looking to you now to help them get these hexes and curses off of them that your own family members put on them and put over their lives. Like, your family would curse people specifically that wouldn't leave you alone. Like, they just wanted to be your friend so bad. They would be good to you, be nice to you. Your family would attack them in different areas of their life so that they feel like, you know, damn, if I go around that person, it's like I get bad luck or some shit, or I feel like bad things start happening when I go around this person. Your family was doing that. And so a lot of these people now, they're looking to you to help them get out of these situations that they feel bound and chained to, because they're looking at you as someone who overcame your own family doing witchcraft on you. And for a lot of you, your own I call them BDs. You know, what I'm preferring to is BDs, bad decisions, not fathers. That's two different things, and there's two different categories, two different definitions behind those words. A lot of your baby daddies help your family members in, you know, doing witchcraft on you, doing voodoo on you, smearing your name. And it's all because of an inheritance that is left to you, or money that is supposed to be given to you, or for a lot of you, it's your destiny. These people have been after your destiny for years. They have been battling you about your destiny for years, something that God ordained you to have. They have been battling you and fighting you to have this. And so what began to happen is they started seeing like, okay, their magic was working. They was isolating you. So now they like, okay, we have to work on their children. Your own family members have been putting that before. For some of you, slow it down, spirit. For some of you, before you even had children, your own parents was cursing your wombs or hexing your wombs. For a lot of you kings, your parents was going behind the scenes and doing spell work so that you would meet karmic women and have children with karmic women that will keep you bound and chained down to a miserable life, a life that you're not supposed to live. You know, always dealing with drama and karma and cycles, and you know, they did not want you to reach your full potential. Your parents know that if you are somebody that you're chosen, or you have a bright destiny, because they know they went and got a reading done, they know that it's going to take you longer to get to your destiny, or it's going to take you longer to fulfill your destiny, or walk into your destiny, or even come into your destiny, if you are tied or linked to karmics, witches, warlocks, hindering spirits. It's going to take you longer. So your family members would always try and tie you to these people, but hide you from the right people that will, you know, help you and push you forward. And I'm getting, for a lot of y'all, a lot of people are waking up to the fact that they should have been helping you from the beginning. If they would have helped you from the beginning, they would be further in their lives. They would be further in their careers, and they're looking at things and they're seeing that they are hexed and they are cursed as well. And that's why the young lady, my coworker, you know, came to me, and she was just so zombied out, but she was willing to speak the truth to get the help that she needed. A lot of y'all children is waking up to the fact that they've been bamboozled. They've been tricked out of their position. But a lot of y'all children, sad to say this, do you hear me? Do you hear me through your speakers right now? They still don't give a fuck. They wanted your position so bad. They're still behind the scenes battling you. They still behind the scenes doing hexes and curses on you that your own family taught them how to do. Yes, behind the scenes, your family members that you cut off. Let's say you cut your family off, right? And you know, your children, they get of age. They get, you know, anywhere between 15, 16, 17, old enough to have a Facebook account, or old enough to have an Instagram account, right? Your family members will go behind the scenes and find your children through their social media accounts and would be talking to your children about you behind your back. This is how conversations would go. Oh, well, your mom, she stopped talking to us because, now mind you, for a lot of you, you've never told your children why you disconnected from your family members, why you stopped fucking with them, why you don't fuck with them. You just let it be. You let bygones be bygones. But you noticing you should have gave your children the rundown on these dirty dogs. You should have gave your children the rundown. And for a lot of you, when you did express, what happened to you and why you don't fuck with your family no more, your children went behind your back and looked up these family members and began to communicate with these family members behind your back. So it went both ways. It went both ways. And conversations would go like this. This is what they would say. Yeah, your mom, she doesn't, or your father, she don't talk to us no more because, she's just crazy. And your child is like, crazy. Now, mind you, let's keep in mind, like I said, these ages. So this child has been with you for 15 years, 16 years, 14 years, and they have never looked at their father as someone that could be crazy and I'm not talking about, because every child be like, no, my mama crazy, I ain't doing that. No, I'm talking about really mentally insane. This is what they're telling your children behind your back. Yeah, your mom, she's crazy. So, she don't want to deal with us. You know, and your mom has just always been somebody that's, unstable in the mind and, can't, just make rational decisions. And I just heard because you're a psychic, so they would tell your children like, yeah, and, your mom is really unstable. And that's why we're not able, this is where they witchcraft your children. This is how they put the batteries in the backs of your children. And your child could have already been karmic anyways if money gonna make them do this. Because only money can pierce the minds of poverty people and get them going. Motivation. Do you hear me through your speakers? Motivation. They'll say, well, she's unstable and she's this and she's crazy. And so that's why, we can't give her all of this money that she has in the bank account. We can't give her millions because, a lot of things was left to your mom. She has an inheritance and stuff like that. But, we can't give it to her because she's, crazy. She's not, able to, deal with this type of money and have this type of money. But if anything was to happen to your mom, everything would go to you. So, it's just one of those things where we just kind of let your mom do her thing. We don't try to, disrupt her or anything. And we don't want to upset your mom because then if we upset your mom, she might take it out on you. And, we don't want her taking out her frustrations and, things like that on you. That's planting seeds in these children's mind. Oh, if anything happened to my mom, it's all gonna come to me. So I wonder, like, then these children began to play in witchcraft and they began to think for themselves like, so if I cause something to happen to my mom, then everything would come to me. This is how these dark witches put spells on your children and manipulate them and put batteries in them to start going against you and turning against you. Yeah, everything will come to you. And you'll have you'll be the holder of their money, their estate. And everything will go to you, their cars and their home. And so this child begins to play, your own children begin to research witchcraft on their own, or they try to get this knowledge through your family members. So, like I said in my other video, these frenemies, these friends, these homegirls, these cousins, these aunties, your mother, your father, anybody that tells your child, when you are correcting your child and they're wrong, and they tell you in front of your child, leave that child alone. Don't discipline that child. Don't correct that child. That child ain't did nothing. This child got caught stealing out the store. Those are the people that you have to watch out for, because those are the ones doing witchcraft on your relationships with your children. These are the ones that's going to start leading your children astray, leading your children away from you, so they can continue to use them as a pawn and manipulate them to get them to do what they want them to do. So now, some things, like I said, I can only describe what I'm talking about through my testimony. So real quick testimony. This is what your family members will do. You don't know that your children have reached out to your family members and talking to your family members behind your back. You could have expressed to your children, like, listen, I don't talk to my parents because, they're evil. They tried to set me up. They tried to take me out, whatever it is. Your children go behind your back. And like I say, they run the play by your children. So let's say, like for instance, I had to cancel Christmas one time. Now mind you, at this time, my children are 15, 14. I buy them shoes and clothes every other week. Shoes, clothes, nails, hair, out the hair store, every other week. So they did something that I was like, you know what? No, I'm canceling Christmas. That's just unacceptable, because, well, can't let my other children hear this, but I don't like whooping kids. Like, for me, that is the last result. Like, I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to give you another warning. Then I'm going to take your phone. Then I'm going to take your snacks. Then you're not going to be able to, like, go to the skating rink, go to the movies, stuff like that. But the whooping is the last result. So, me taking away Christmas shouldn't bother you any or affect you in any way. You just got clothes last week. You just got shoes last week. And for Christmas, guess what? That's pretty much all you can buy a 14-year-old or 15-year-old at this point. And what they will do is they will get on the phone with your mom. Oh my God, Mom canceled Christmas. And instead of your mom being like, well, what did you do, baby? Well, just listen to your mom and do what she asked you to do, baby. Just do your chores and be respectful, and maybe you can earn it back or get it back, but just do what your mom is asking you to do and be respectful. Do your chores, clean up, be respectful. Hell no, not y'all mamas, not y'all witches and warlocks, mothers and fathers. They gonna be like, what? Yeah, they gonna side with the child. That is crazy. That is crazy. And they're going to tell your children to go and get your neighbors. If you're someone that has moved away from your family and they cannot, get to you, send gang stalkers to you or anything like that, they are going to instruct your children to go and get your neighbors. It happened to me. Let me explain to you. So before I knew what a gang stalker was or whatever, I just knew of stalkers. And my neighbor, I just picked up this stalking ass energy on her, because she would do shit that no one has ever done to me before. Like, every time I get ready to leave out my apartment, it's like she come out of her apartment. And then she had these weird ass, crazy ass questions to ask me. Where am I going? How much money I make? Where do I work at? How much money I make doing this? How much money? Just like I told her, I said, sweetheart, you are asking questions that no grown woman should be asking another grown woman, and I'll just keep walking. And that did not stop her. She would do it repeatedly every time I came out of my apartment. She would come out her apartment and, oh, where you going? Oh, where you work? I would say, hey, touch your nose, and keep on walking. Like every time she addressed me with these crazy, um, what do I want to call it? Like personal questions, I would quickly like, shoe fly, don't bother me. Get up out my energy. Get up out my, you know, classy though, real classy. So I told my daughter one day, mind you, my daughter is 16, so you have these talks with your daughter, and I'm like, I just feel like my next door neighbor is stalking me. Like I feel like she's monitoring everything that I do, or just watching me closely. I just got this feeling about her that it don't sit well with me. It gives stalker, it gives she's monitoring, it gives she's overstepping boundaries with the questions and just being present every time I walk out of my door for work or this or an errand. you know if I was in my kitchen, because I lived in a condo, so if I was in my kitchen, it was like she would come into her kitchen, and it's like if I'm in the living room and I'm like, how is she doing that? Like, but anyways, I had this conversation with my daughter just sitting in the car, and I'm like, it's not sitting well with me. So fast forward to me canceling Christmas. So my daughter's like, these phones play a big role in these children turning into gang stalkers, turning into your parents, um, you know, minions. So she called my mom, was like, yeah, mom, she canceled Christmas and da 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 da. So my mom was like, go and get your neighbor. You need your neighbor to help you. That's weird that a mom would cancel Christmas and da 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 da. This is all behind my back, y'all. This is what. So I'm in my kitchen and I'm cooking. I'm whipping it, seasoning that chicken, finger licking. So I'm in a good mood. I'm cooking. So my daughter come and she's like, Mom, Cynthia's at the door for you. And I'm like, my first mind go to business. Maybe she want to do business. Maybe she want to buy some of my products. So I'm like, tell her to come in. I'm cooking. So she come in. I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? She like, I'm doing good. How you? I'm like, I'm doing good. What's up? And she like, so you canceling Christmas on your kids? I looked at her and I bust out laughing. I was like, yes, they've been disobedient. They've been very disrespectful towards me. Now that was her cue to look at my children and be like, listen, y'all need to be respectful to your mom. Y'all need to be obedient. Y'all need to listen to what y'all mom telling y'all, and maybe she'll change her mind. Nope. 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 Oh, she thinks she gonna check me in front of my kids, y'all. In my house, in front of. So I'm like, yeah, they was very disrespectful, disobedient. I can't get them to clean up. I can't get them to do nothing I'm, telling them to do. They don't want to wash their clothes, So yeah, Christmas is canceled. And I'm steady. And she, oh, that's so wrong of you. You shouldn't cancel their Christmas. I'm like, excuse me? She like, yeah, y'all, this is what got me right here. This is what got me. She said, you sitting up there with your hair done and your nails done, but you can't get your kids Christmas? I said, hold up. So I'm supposed to be on punishment because my kids are on punishment. I'm not supposed to get my hair done because my children are being disrespectful. I just want to make sure I got this right. So I have to walk around with my hair not done and my nails not done because my children don't deserve anything. I mean, yeah, look at you. You standing up there looking all good. Why your kids can't? Why your kids can't? Why you can't? I said, listen, this a battle right here. This a fight that you're not gonna win, Miss Cynthia. Just go ahead on. Let me finish cooking my food. No, you wrong. You wrong. I had to hit the Bernie Mac on her. I had to. I'm cutting up my. I say, Miss Cynthia, if I have to raise up, it's gonna be trouble, trouble. Just go ahead. And I think people be not taking me serious because I really be laughing because it really be funny. Like, I can't believe you came in my house and checked me and then told me I don't deserve to look like nothing or nobody because my children are being disobedient and disrespectful. And so I'm like, go ahead on, baby. This a battle you not gonna win. You're not gonna win, and they're not gonna win it. So just because if I have to stop cutting this onion, it's gonna be trouble. Yeah, it's gonna be trouble. And she talking about you ain't right. Your mama didn't take Christmas from you. I said you don't know what my mother took from me. Depart. Go ahead and depart now while you can. That's the last warning. She scrambled on out of there like a damn rat do. And I just kept on cooking my dinner, y'all. My kids thought I was finna get me. I said I was laughing so hard. I said I can't believe my own children went and got my neighbor for me because I canceled Christmas. But these are the instructions that they are given. They will get instructions just like the teacher give directions and instructions and booklets and pamphlets. Your parents, your witchcrafting ass parents and your warlocks family members will begin to tell your children what to do and what to say. That right there was very over the top, disrespectful. And this is how they brainwash your children and target your children and manipulate them into going against you. Oh, your mom took your phone? Oh my God. Why would she take your phone? Call DCF on her or CPS, whatever it is in your city. Oh my God. Call CPS on her. You have to get help. Your mom is not mentally well. See, this is what I'm telling you about your mom. What mom takes a child's cell phone? Like, how are you going to talk to your friends? How are you going to communicate with people? How are you going to... And this child sees nothing wrong with this because your mother or your father is telling them, yes, everything will come to you and you can live a better life, they'll tell you, listen, this is what I heard. They will even tell your children, if you're somebody that has been instructed by the good Lord, by God, your angels, your ancestors, to cut these people off or to cut your baby daddy off, your mother will tell your child, yeah, I talked to your dad the other day and he really misses you and he wants to take care of you. He wants to do for you. And your mom is just keeping you from him because she wants child support. She wants, benefits. And, she just wants to have your dad in trouble. But I talked to him and he says that he sends your mom money. They will lie so bad to these children. If they not karmic already, they will turn these children dark. They sold your children the biggest dream of all because that's like the nail in the coffin. Your children being able to vouch that, yes, my mom or my dad is crazy. Yes, they fly off the hinge. Yes, they just wake up and they just grab the first thing they see and they just start beating you across the head. Like... These are the things that they want your children, once they brainwash them and possess them, They want your children to start talking about you like this. And it's nothing you can say. It's nothing you can do after these children done been with you for years. And they never felt like you was mentally unstable. They never felt like you had a personality disorder. Your children never felt like you was bipolar. But keep in mind, you never spoke bad about your family members. You never, you know, told your children the real rundown or the real truth, because you have this energy about you where you let people find out for themselves. You let people get to know people for themselves. Because one thing that I have learned, that everybody is going to have a different experience with the same people. And the reason why, you know, your mother mean to you and doing witchcraft on you and doing witchcraft on your children, but then she's nice to your cousin. She's caring, she's loving, she's there for your cousin. She'll help your cousin, give your cousin somewhere to stay. So your cousin doesn't have the same experience as you. And that's why they do that. They're nice. They go out of their, listen, your family members go out of their way to sell people dreams, that they're good people, they're trustworthy, they're so helpful, they're so kind. Your family member go out of their way to make it seem like they love children, when they hate children, they spite children, they hex children, they curse children, they steal their destinies, siphon their energy. Blood-sucking vampires. Predators. The women in your family are predators. The women in your community are predators. They want your children in a sick way, in a sick manner. And to have that opportunity, they need to brainwash you. They need to sell them a dream, brainwash them, and turn them against you so that they can have their way with your children. Another testimony God want me to share with y'all, because it's a parent on here going through this. It may just be one, because it doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen a lot because not a lot of people are chosen. So a lot of people aren't going to experience these things that I'm speaking on. But I'm gonna sit with the truth. So if you're anybody like me, I had a real situation. This ain't nothing, and I already showed y'all the paperwork on this situation that I'm about to speak on. I literally was put under they don't want me to get this message out. Witness protection, y'all. Okay? My state, the state that I was living in, put me under witness protection and security protection because my BD tried to kill me. So what that looks like when I had to run errands, a police would be in the front of me and a police would be in the back of me to escort me everywhere I needed to go that day. What does that look like? It looks like the state attorneys would call certain people in the justice system, certain people in the police department would call me throughout the day. Are you okay? We just checking on you. We handling everything. We got everything under control. We're going to move you to a different location. What does that look like? I had to leave my home because the killer knew where I stayed at. The state uprooted me and my children and placed us in a hotel. That's what that looks like. Being escorted everywhere by the police. That's what that looks like. Being told what to do. Do not speak to him. Do not talk to him. We gonna get him. That's what it looks like. We can't find him. So you know what? You want to relocate to another state? the state, relocated me and my children. That's what it looks like. When you in a real situation, when these police officers know that you really dealing with real killers, real evil, manipulating people, real vicious, cruel people. That's what it looks like. Not only did they tell me not to talk to this man, my angels, my ancestors, God himself told me, don't you ever reconnect with this person again, because they will finish you off. They will. That's their only intention. That's their only mission. So can you believe that your own children will start smiting you and coming against you because you being obedient to God and doing what he say, and you've done what he says? I took that opportunity. Bye to this weird family that only likes to curse and hearse and take each other out for insurance money, and evil, manipulative, jealous, envy, don't want to see nobody get ahead of them, but they don't want to do shit, but don't want to see you get ahead of them. Bye. Mama put him up to it. My mother literally called me a week before he did this to me, talking about, oh, I got some life insurance policies on you. You need to come sign them. I said, you need to burn them and cancel them, because I don't want you having no life insurance policies on me, baby. God told me specifically. Do you hear me through your speakers? Their plan will not work. I say, well, God, what plan is this? A week later, I knew what that plan was when I was fighting for my life. When they checked me out of here, but God brought me right back to sit here and tell y'all this testimony. About these sick individuals that's in your family. And they want to be seen as angels and beautiful people. If they angels and beautiful people, why they don't want nobody to love you? Why they don't want nobody to care about you? Why they want you to feel like an outcast? Why they want you to, forfeit your own life? Because they can't execute you. They can't take you out. And when they can't take you out, when they plan backfire, the first thing they're going to try to do is get you locked up. That's what happened in my situation. He couldn't take me out, so he called the police himself and told them that I was crazy, deranged, and I tried to stab him. It was a warrant out for my arrest. Do you think my mother was like, oh my God, let me get my grandkids, let me try to help you figure out this situation? No, she laughed. I had a concussion for 2 fucking days, and my mama wouldn't even tell me to go to the hospital. Then when I did go to the hospital, because I couldn't pick my head up, my head kept dropping. Because see, you have a different experience when you go out your body and then you come back in your body. You have to learn how to redo things in your body. Very triggering right now, what I'm talking on, what I'm speaking on, but this is my testimony. And God said I'm going to free a lot of people with this testimony. Because they didn't want me to be here to speak up on this, but I'm here. And I'm here in love. And that's why they mad, because I ain't mad with nobody about it. I praise God and I thank God that he brought me to it and brought me all the way through it. I put my fate, I put my enemy's fate in God's hands, and I let him be the judge. Even though he's brung these people to me and told me what you want me to do with them, because God gets savage. He get real reckless about his children. He like, I got this by the toe. What you want me to do with him? I'm like, I want to just hide under my bed. That's what I want to do. I don't want to see what's gonna happen. E. So, with all that being said, I told my 16-year-old daughter at the time, with family counseling, I said the things that I'm about to discuss. See, I felt like I need to start building a village outside of the foundation that I had to throw away. Let me start building a support system for my children, since my family cannot be my support system. My family cannot be my village. So I put my daughters in like big sister, little sister program so they could have somebody to talk to, reach out to, and I put us in family counseling because I knew the things that I was about to start discussing was very touchy. And I also apologize to my children for making mistakes as a parent as well, because we all do. And we have to apologize to our children as well. We cannot brush things and mistakes that we have did under the rug based off of life experiences happening to us. That don't cut it. That don't make it. That do count on everything. It counts on everything. When you make decisions and it's the wrong decision, but you feel like, oh, well, look at what happened to me when I was in survivor mode. Oh, well, look at what happened to me when I was in distress and my back was against the wall and I made a mistake as a parent. So that doesn't count. Yes, it do count in every which way. So I expressed to my daughter why I was no longer speaking to my mother. She put my BD up to doing this to me. And hold on, my phone about to go dead. E, charger, baby, and the charger and the extension cord. So I told her I have to be obedient to God. I cannot conversate with him. I cannot talk to him. I told her everything that I told y'all, and my children was with me. They saw me beat up. They saw us. They lived with me while we was escorted, while we was. But they get this brain, memory loss when it comes to these people that they want to now be accepted by. They want to be, your children will once they become brainwashed, they want to be accepted by these same people. Plug it up for me, baby. That tried to take you down and take you under and take you out. They want to be accepted by these same people. You know. So, let me see. Here's my doggy. This is Sean. Say hey, y'all. Say y'all better like and y'all better subscribe to my mommy channel. Right now, hit that button. Say, okay, Ma, they gonna do it, Ma. They gonna do it. He's so sweet and precious. So I told my daughter, I cannot contact him. I will not contact him. But, I'm not keeping you from him. His decisions that he made is keeping you from him. But I'm not keeping you from him. His decisions that he's made is keeping you from him. And I'm going to be obedient to God. I'm not going to associate myself or reconnect myself back with this person again. But when you get 18, you can contact him. I told her, when you don't live with me no more. Because I told my children, I'm never kicking y'all out. I'm never putting y'all out. Y'all can stay with me as long as y'all want to. Until y'all get y'all house built. Until y'all got enough money to be on y'all own and be stable. So I told her, when you decide to move out, when you of age, and you want to contact him, you can. But I said, for my safety and for your safety, you can't contact him while you live with me, because God does not want that. This how you know they're brainwashed. They will discard everything that you said. Everything that you said, they don't hear it. They discard it. You want to go out? The next day, my daughter comes to me. Oh, you need to contact my dad to buy me some shoes. I'm like, excuse me? Didn't you just hear everything that I said yesterday in counseling? Didn't you? I said, why would I contact, first of all, why would I contact a grown man that knows that he has a child in this world and is choosing not to take care of you? Because he's on child support. All he have to do is pay his child support and you can get what's owed to you. I'll give you the whole thing. Oh, well, your mama said, my mom. I'm like, that's how I found out because they can't hold water. He's paying his child support. Ain't never, he gave me $250 when my child was 6 months old. Gladly give it to you. Like that wouldn't be a problem. That wouldn't be an issue. So these are the things that, you know, brainwash your children into believing that they're going to get what's owed to you. They're going to get what's coming to you because they go behind your back and they talk to these people and these your family members. Yeah, he's he's uh he's giving the money to your mom. Your mom is just selfish. I told you she was selfish. Y'all, hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. Yes, they will convince your own children to reconnect you back with people that will keep you stuck, keep you hindered, keep you from your purpose. And they will promise these people, they will promise your neighbors. That's how they get their neighbor, that's how they get your neighbors to come against you as well. Oh, you know they sick and they beat children. They're abusive to children. They're abusive to everybody. They're mentally unstable, and that's why we can't give them their money. And your neighbors be like, money? Yeah, they got millions in the bank. Mm-hmm. They got millions, they got property, they got land, they got estates and stuff like that, but we can't give it to them because they crazy. But you know, if anything was to happen to them, like if they was just, you know, just go crazy or go to jail or, you know, go to the mental house or the mental ward or something like that, like we would be able to like take over their estate and like some of this money, like I wouldn't mind giving you, you know, a couple thousand. I wouldn't mind giving you, you know, a few hundreds. I wouldn't. So they don't necessarily come out and say, yeah, we want you to gang stalk, you know, our daughter, or you know, they don't have to. They don't have to say it. These demons intuitively know. Just like chosen ones, we can get around each other and we can talk without even saying anything. And that's what put the batteries in your neighbor's back to start stalking you. When you go to the mailbox, they go to the mailbox. You know, they try to play on your mental stability so that it gets weaker and weaker. You know, like the girl did me the other day. She literally right by my window. Her ear was to my bedroom window, y'all. And if I was having a phone conversation with somebody, or let's say I was on live with you guys delivering a message, this is what they'll do. If I go to the mailbox, she would purposely go to the mailbox just to repeat everything I said on the phone. Yeah, well, you know, some people, they be turning their kids against them. They be brainwashing, and they'll say it out loud, or they'll act like they on the phone saying it to somebody. They'll repeat everything that you're saying to try to make it seem like, oh, am I crazy? Am I tripping? Am I, you know, hallucinating? Or am I really just... That's what they do. That's how they do it. That's why your neighbors will start attacking you for no reason. They will want to pick little fights with you and really want to fight. Because your parents done already told them, if you know, if anything happens, if this person goes to the psych ward or if they go to jail, you know, we'll have full what is it called? I don't know. We'll have full I don't know what it's called. They'll be over it, you know, all the way, you know, and that's why they want to fight you. And because you got to think about it, like, she gonna be a millionaire. She is a millionaire. Oh yeah, bitch, I want to fight you. You just was looking at my man, and it ain't even about that. It's not about that. It's not. It's not. And like I say, some of these people have woken up now and they understand. A lot of these men and a lot of these people want to come after your family because your family laid them down. A lot of your family members did lay these people down because they caught real bad karma. And that's what I'm being advised to tell you guys is, please don't try to fit these shoes, guys. Please don't. I would advise anyone to not try this at home, because this situation that I'm speaking up on, everybody that played a part of it is in jail, not here with us no more, or they are not here in their mind, okay? So, because I know people love to do that because they don't like when you can speak up. They don't like when you can tell your testimony because it helps other people. And not only that, it clears the rumors, the smear campaign. When you can, if it's true, shut the fuck up and don't say nothing. What your family is saying about you is true, then just shut up, suck it up, buttercup, don't say nothing. But if it's not true, no, you need to speak up and you need to say something. You need to speak up and you need to say something, and we want to hear what you got to say, baby. We want to hear queen. We want to hear king. And then they get mad when they can no longer re-traumatize you. Re-traumatize you over and over and over again. That means you've healed. Okay? So I'm going to end this live, and I'm probably going to do another one because I do have another message for you guys. And I don't like calling you guys. I do have another message for you, kings, and all of my queens, and all of my bosses. Young people, you are more than welcome here. Okay? So, and everyone in their respectable places, you're welcome here too. Okay? So, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for all your likes, all your comments, all your subscribes, your shares. Thank you for the donations. Thank you. Thank you. And I will be doing another video.